Man of Mystery. The plastic bag lay on the bed where it had fallen from the package. This was it. The final piece of the plan had arrived. I was ready to begin. I looked around the bedroom. It was a wreck. The doors had been ripped off the wardrobe and hung by the bottom hinges. The drawers were all tipped on the floor, contents strewn. The bed was unmade, quilt heaped. The heavy curtains were making the room dark. The window faced east, and the room was normally filled with morning light. Not today. It had taken me a while to achieve the look of a robbery, and I had enjoyed every minute of it. It felt like I was starting to get my power back, but I was no longer at the bottom, a victim of events. I picked up the bag. It was cool to the touch, a faint sweat on it from the poly box it had arrived in, the box now sitting in the back of my car. Red blood cells, it proclaimed in large letters. Oh, Rh positive, with the barcode. The contents felt thick and glutinous as they moved around under my fingers. It was my blood in there, taken a week ago at a special session. That was important. There were 2 tubes leading from the bag, one with a small tap arrangement. Taking a last look at the bedroom, I opened it and squirted about half the blood onto the bed, making a large, irregular stain. It's true what they say. A little blood makes a lot of mess. The dark red liquid pooled on the bedding and sank into the mattress. Moving backwards, I let the blood drip from the tube in a rough line towards the door. Moving quickly now, I dripped and splashed blood all the way down the stairs and to the front door. As I passed each room along the stone hallway, I saw they had all been ransacked. I grinned. That had been more enjoyment, a primeval feeling of exultation in destruction, part of all of us. Even though it was my stuff, my memories, I had really let myself go. There were no neighbours to hear, and I'd made a lot of noise. By the time I backed out of the porch and onto the gravel, there was a little liquid left in the bag. I squeezed the last of it out and took the bag to my car, putting it into the box in the trunk. Now I just had to finish setting up the scene. I went back upstairs and into the bedroom. I grabbed a towel from the ensuite bathroom and, making sure I stood in the blood splashes, I roughly wiped the blood on the floor. Now it looked like a body had been dragged from the bed and bumped down the stairs. There was even the odd bloody footprint, and I made sure that some smears made it onto the walls. It took a few minutes, and the blood was starting to congeal by the time I'd made it back to the front door. Once I was outside, I pulled off my shoes, the ones with the distinctive tread, and I bagged them next to the box. There were a pair of trainers on the back seat, and I hopped around for a while as I put them on. Gravel stuck to one sock and made me wince when I put weight on the foot. I sorted that out and took a last look around. My home for the past year looked serene in the early morning light. The door was ajar, and a trail of red led inside. I glimpsed my face in the car mirror as I settled into the driving seat. I was smiling. Part 1 had been completed. I was dead, and horribly so. Now I just had to dispose of a few things, and Part 2 could begin. I started the car engine and drove away.